the first day of my vacation, they turned the lights out. I sat there in the dark and prayed for death. I wrote a song. I thought it was stupid, even though I know not all of them can be the best. I read with a flashlight for several hours, waiting for the electrician dude to come and fix the breaker for love to save me. But that was not the message that got through. No, death is the only thing that makes this interesting. You know in your heart that you'd get bored. Death is the only thing that makes this interesting. Why in hell on earth would you want more? Well, after several hours of this, I became discouraged, but determined to make something of the day. I went to the open mic to get some rage out and play my song, but I got number 58. And I became acceptance. I sat there unmoving, watching all my friends get on the stage to sing their asses off, to try and reach me, but I didn't have my anthem till I heard Tim Warner say, death is the only thing that keeps this interesting. Why in hell on earth would you want more? Death is the only thing that keeps this interesting. You know in your heart that you'd get bored. Dad! 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 Give me Dad! Dad! Give me Dad! Give me Dad! 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 Well, I took my piranha, antagonized it, smeared its shit around where I knew you would see. I meditated, but kept getting distracted about how wonderful it was to be me. 'Cause I have found the way out. I have found the way out. I have come to shake hands and make fools of the fools. Everything you've heard, my dear, is true. True. Death is the only thing that keeps this interesting. Why in hell on earth would you want more? Death is the only thing that keeps this interesting. You know in your heart that you get bored. So give me death. Thanks for sticking around and listening, everybody.
All right, hello, man. What's up, everybody? I am Tim Warner. This is the Joker in the Rye live stream, and that right there, by the way, is that opening song that comes from a gentleman named Joe Yoga that I've known for a number of years. I got the privilege to perform at a venue in New York City called Under St. Mark's Theater, And if any of you got a little rock and roll in you, there is, I believe, it's a double album, Led Zeppelin, called Physical Graffiti, in which physical and graffiti are written in the windows. That is on St. Mark's. I want to say, between Avenue A and B, right? You should have the park right down at the end there, Tompkins Square Park. Underneath that, okay, so here's like the Zeppelin thing. Underneath that, in case you don't know, here's you on the street looking at the so I'm the building, right? Okay, so down here, there's a coffee shop that's called Physical Graffiti. See what they did there? And then right next to that, basically, is under St. Mark's. So in a way, I performed underneath Physical Graffiti. And in those days, and in that venue, I got to meet a lot of people that truly influenced a lot of my comedy, my voice, my identity, and so forth. And I don't know, they supported me in ways I think anyone would dream of having now, or even just at any point in their lives, really. But their support and so forth, and their love for me. I also had a better attitude about existence back in those days, but it really gave me a lot of freedom and so forth, and a lot of venues they did. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Joe Yoga on the front with a song called Gimme Death. And I could do this because I have the internet and so forth. But that is Joe Yoga there. I believe that's on Bandcamp. You probably got that link you could see. I should be a better human being. I don't know why I didn't do this. I'm going to be a better human being. And I'm going to put, I got to go this way. I got to put, stupid me, right? I got to put that in the description. What am I doing in my life? What's wrong with me? Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. I don't really have an opening segment, okay? I do have some things that I would like to do. Or just, I don't know, not like to do, but some ideas. It's been a great week. I wish, I don't know. Let me look down here. I don't want to get into story time. Why isn't this working this week? Because that would bother me. One moment. Why would... Oh, is that my fault? No. Anyway. All right, I'm going to do my best to get the chats up here. I don't know why. Oops. Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. Okay, sorry about that. Wow. Okay. I'm going to do what I can here. Deeply apologize. Yeah, fuck it. Let me share this. Please, anyone, you have any questions or things you want to bring up as well, feel free in the chat. Love to do it. Oh, you know what I needed to? Let's do this, because I usually do it after the segment. Sorry if I'm all over the place. What am I looking for here? Man. Sorry. It's just me. I'm currently just not with it at the moment, and that's not what I need. Here's what I wanted to do. I just want to get this going. All right, well, get them. Okay, so we got the Discord here. And again, you can call in through Discord, and you can call in starting now. We got the lines open. It's kind of great. Every week, there's usually a member or two and being added on. So, yeah, I didn't even touch this. I don't know why. Well, hopefully you can make something happen. Anyway, deeply apologize for the awful beginning, but what are you going to do? We're unprofessional, not really awful, right? We're all good to be here. We're all happy to be here. Story time. Oh, okay. Here, I'll just share this. I don't know why I am struggling so bad with this. Beautiful. Okay. It's interesting. The older I get, the less I I know, or it feels like the less I understand, you know. You start seeing patterns, kind of like a web. Like I feel like just, I don't know, it all makes sense if you're fortunate enough to keep going in this. It just seems like every day, things seem to make more and more sense. Things fall, believe it or not, things seem to fall more and more in the line. And I don't know. I remember I went to New York in June. Kind of random, somewhat. Needed to register my car, get it inspected. And it's cheaper, believe it or not, it's cheaper for me to drive to New York with my car and do the New York shit than do the Texas stuff, right? Which I hopefully will do this year. So I went to New York, went to my hometown and so forth. I don't know if that part needs to be in the story, but on the way back, I ended up going to New York for 22 hours maybe, something like that. And, it is what it is. But it's interesting walking around the city and not being a mess and walking by all the places and to actually see what those places meant to me, what they actually meant to me. Minetta Lane, for example. I should put a map up. I didn't even know I was going to talk about this. And I'm not going to stutter fuck to look around for a map. But right behind, like, the Comedy Cellar, there's a place called the Grizzly Pear, Greenwich Village Comedy Club. I don't know. For me, it meant a lot that that little street, because Minetta Lane Theater was where they did Comedy's Dirtiest Dozen. I want to say that was, I'm not 100% on this, I want to say that was Chris Rock's, like, debut thing, whatever, filmed. Bill Hicks was in it. Andrew Dice Clay was supposed to host it, and then something happened. He maybe had other obligations or something. Ben Creed, I believe, ended up hosting. I remember being in Syracuse. Ben Creed came to town a couple times, and got to hang out with that dude, whatever. He was fucking great. Great guy, knowledgeable, funny. I don't know. I wish I could hang out with more people like Ben Creed. And, I don't know what you believe in life. But I'm walking by all these old spots. And, like Minetta Lane. Also, it's where, I don't know, if you guys watch any of Jerry Seinfeld's specials, there's the one Funny Before Seinfeld, or Jerry Before Seinfeld. That one, he's got all of his notes on the street and everything. And that's Minetta Lane. And it's just kind of interesting. I wonder what they do when it comes to production of that. Like, do they just set that up, or do they actually clean it? Because I imagine, it's just New York, smelling New York, piss and shit and fucking vomit, homeless, whatever. But I used to go there a lot, and that was a nice area to smoke a lot of weed and so forth, and drink my whiskey back there before I'd go do sets at, like, Grizzly. And it's interesting walking around when you don't do that. And I remember you could find a bunch of roach clips, and like that in New York, a lot of people smoke blunts. So with blunts, like, there's usually, the clips are nice. Dude, I used to go with an empty pack of cigarettes. There are times, literally, if I had the day off, I remember from like a job or something, I would wake up in the morning before the rush hour, go down there as the sun rose, and get like 5, 6, 7 fucking things, whatever. I knew, this is so bad. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But there was like 3 spots to go. And it's just that I would go and do this. For that in particular, right? And just to walk around those areas now and even those spots and to look at them. And it's like, oh, that's what that was. Should have been more. I could have made it. It's just very interesting. So I walked to Tompkins Square Park, and I'm in there a bit. And again, I don't know what people believe. I don't know what I believe. I talk to myself a lot, I'll tell you that. So I'm at one of those moments where you just like kind of like universe, God, whatever. And I remember just sitting there like, dude, because it felt... It was so interesting just being in New York again. It was so interesting how many things clicked. But it was like, again, it was like being there again, but not being that person. What choice, what do you do? What would I have done? How would I have been? What could I do? Right? So you talk universe, I did anyway. And I was just like, dude, if I can get a second chance. I probably have already gotten 5. If I can get a second chance at this thing, I'll tell you, man, I'm not going to make grand promises, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to do my best to make better choices. It's not even better. That's not even the word, because at the end of the day, there's really no good or bad. You know, there is no right or wrong. In the game of life, there's the spectrum is everything. So... pardon me, in a sense, there is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. There is like this gut instinct we have, you know. You know when you're being an asshole. You know when you're not, right? You know when you're, if you're fucking around with somebody joking around. You know if you're stepping over a line. You know when you're not. You can feel it. You know, there's times maybe, I don't know, you have some shit in yourself, right? And you let it off on a cashier or something or other. Yeah, fuck you. That's really all I got to do with you and all that. So it's more productive, I think, more productive choices. And I don't know. It's not that I didn't think nothing of it, but it really hit me. And in that moment, I'm walking in areas, dude, that, like, I'm walking in Tompkins Square Park, and like, I'm just in an area I just remember stumbling through a number of times. Maybe even like, kind of getting underneath the tree and falling asleep for a couple hours or so when I was homeless. It's like all this shit that just comes to you. And then here I am, and it's like, wow, I could do it right I could do it productive this time. But I wonder if there were... And now, I stand here, and again, there's nothing major, but, to the outside person, it probably looks like absolutely nothing. But I'll tell you, on the inside, there's a small something, but it doesn't. The thing is, it doesn't really mean anything, right? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's kind of like baseball or something. Take like sports season, right? Baseball is a perfect analogy for life, so that's why I would use this right now. Don't be like this. Thank you. I would use it right now, like. All right, let's say you win 25 of the first 30 games. That doesn't mean, you're going to go whatever, 85, 90% the whole season. It's just like, all right, you did well. Continue to do well. And then hopefully you get to the playoffs. And once you get to the playoffs, blah, 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 blah. So I should have turned that down. Thank you. A little windy out, by the way, if you're hearing that in the background. So, yeah. Sat in Tompkins Square Park, walked around New York, Greenwich Village, all the old little stomping grounds and so forth that I used to really hang out a lot at and just really love. And then just walk all over for as long as I could. Did a couple spots, went to St. Mark's. It was nice. It was a Tuesday, too. It kind of worked. It worked out. It was nice, And it's just, I don't know. And it's just interesting to see where, like, those areas are and where I was, and even like where I don't know. This is so personal. I don't know if it makes sense to people. Hopefully it relates to something in your life but I don't know. I just feel like the second chance is happening and it's dope. But at the same time, I don't know. People, not people, but I see people get excited. I don't know how to say it. The results aren't there yet, but they are, and also they don't matter. You know, it's the results are kind of just a testament to the work. So if you do the work, the results happen. And I can say this before, I got more focused on the results than necessarily the work, you know, and then when the results seem out of grasp, that's when the work seems daunting and more than what it is, and what have you. So, I went through a long story just to say that, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a second chance at this if I can get how do I say this, if I just keep making productive choices. But, yeah, see, I don't know why this won't work. Pardon me, person who just chatted. I didn't touch anything. I don't know why this isn't working. Is there something I'm not doing? Let me try to do this so I don't have to have fucking old man Warner eyes. But thank you so much for the person that wrote. I will talk to you in a moment without a doubt. Please don't hate my guts. Or I don't know, maybe don't like my guts. Maybe my guts aren't good. But at least my soul, don't hate my soul. I don't know where don't hate it. I guess that's a kid thing maybe. I hate his guts. I guess that would be a lot to do. Like, I guess that would be a deep hatred to actually hate someone's guts, so I can see where that phrase came from. But there's probably deeper things to hate, right? Will this do anything? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if I can get this to pop up. Wow. Why wouldn't that? Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. We can go down to this camera here. Old man. Oh wow, Vander Caldwell, you're like you're in a time zone where this is fantastic that you're watching this. Really, let's see here. You said you started. I'm sorry, I can't put this on the screen. I don't know what's wrong with me, but Evan Caldwell. Jesus Christ, I am so awful at this. Evander Caldwell 9993 says, so, let's see, started reading more books the last few months. That's probably one of the greatest things you could do. And I hope you're actually like reading it and not doing, do whatever you want. But the modern thing of like audio books and whatever. And if you do audiobooks, you should also have the book with you. But I just think there is and you probably agree with this, Evander, where there's something with taking in that information through your eyes. I don't know. I'll read out loud, you know what I mean? Or at least like mouth the words, you know? And I just think there's something with processing that information that way that really makes it distill in the mind, and it makes it last and become more of a memory than just some little instant nugget of knowledge that just flutters away into the ether of the world. But that's good, man. You know what I hear? Start like one thing, do it for a month. Start another thing, do it for a month. So you started reading books the last few months. Now pick up another thing. The books now, like your reading habits should be like kind of almost second nature in a way. Oh, it's worked for me a little bit. I've tried to do it this year so far. Mostly with comedy things. I gotta get back to being a better human to myself. But anyway. Yeah, it's just crazy. Second chances. And then it's also interesting, like I say this to my buddy Jason a lot, Jason Ellsworth. We talk Just the idea that it feels like society just saves dreams for the young. And it's just like if you're older, pursuing something and you haven't, necessarily had pure 100% amazing success at it, then you need to stop doing it. This notion that you need to fall in line in order, like, come on now, that was cute. Be like the rest of us. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? Be like the rest of us. Come on now. And that's a weird thing. And then, I don't know, I've also been outside of comedy in Austin last year. And it's interesting coming back to it and seeing how much, just how much narratives have changed and whatever. It's so like stock markets. It's so just all of it. It seems like the meme coin of it is over. And now it's just going to be like a Doge coin that sells for fucking 13 cents forever, maybe. Oh, Christ. Here we go. Old man or her. No, this is a beautiful thing. Thank you for writing. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, yeah. I got more yesterdays than I do, or I got more what? Yeah, I got more yesterdays than I do tomorrows. Man, that's really a bummer. I can't get your thing up here. That's a shame. There's got to be a better way to say that, too. All right. Evan, my man. Evander, I keep saying everything wrong here. Evander Caldwell, 9993 says, a lot of things. Here. Let me make sure I get you here, buddy. Depends on the book. Sometimes audiobooks are good for a book, and the information stays with you the same way as regular books would. Completely 100% disagree. Disagree with you. No, audiobooks don't do the same thing as sitting there reading. Sorry. There's no way. I don't have any scientist information to back this up. I have no credibility. I never wore a mask. But no, I don't agree with that at all. I just don't. I don't. I read fantasy, science fiction. Good for you. So reading is better. Okay. I could see that there. I mean, it's like if it's information, I don't know, dude. Like I see what you're saying. I think I'm just busting your balls a little bit. But if it's like, I don't know, Tony Robbins audiobook, right? Some shit like that. A biography. Okay. But if it's something where it's like, we need to pick up 10 habits to do this, or like, I don't know, doing it on an audiobook doesn't. But also, there's just some great stories, great books, You say science fiction, and this is the boring mainstream of me. But, Stranger in a Strange Land, Robert Heinlein. That book, fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I actually probably need to read it again, And it's so interesting. Didn't that book came up with, I've never said it right. Grok. I think I always thought it was Grok, but now everyone says Grok because of the AI. But that book invented that word, Anyway, thank you, people. Oh, wow, look at this. Thank you, people. What do we got here? Gotta change camera 10. Okay. No, we could do that. All right, man. What do we got here? Quink D, St. Augustine's Confessions. I assume that's a book. Yes, it probably is, and it's one I should probably know, and I don't, right? Is it one of these things? Yes. What is this? Confessions. Ooh. Augustine of Hippo. Oh, interesting. I should know this. Oh, I'm going to look at this tonight. Ooh, who are you here? Quink. Good job. Thank you. You know what? I used to look at a lot of, I don't know. It's kind of when I started comedy back when, I was taking notes on stone tablets and so forth. I used to read a lot of like Greek, Roman, like, Stoicism. I don't know. I'm not a bright person. Like everything I learned was really like from curiosity in a way. Yeah, it's a book. Exciting. Yeah, I found it. I appreciate that. Because see, it's moments like that, may I say, like whether I knew that book or not, the fact you put it up there, that says to me I need to look into that. Does that make sense? Like sometimes that happens. Like again, Jason recommended to me, I don't know, Live, Die, Forever Play movie. Seems really awesome. And I just haven't seen it yet, And oh, wow, there's a lot of people coming in now. Is that what you guys do? You come drive like you do in Austin? All right, here we go. It's a book, says Quink D. Skip to Super Bowl, what's this, 27? Okay, why not? Anyway, I'll do that. Now you're giving me an exact, that's great. That's awesome. I'll look into that. And I bet you it'll say something that's in it where it's like, that it's not like the bar of Tetris, but it's one of those little things that kind of, all right, when I get that bar. But anyway, like that movie, I should probably watch that movie. There'll be something in it for me, So sometimes we don't do that stuff, right? And we miss the little hints that the universe is trying to tell us through this thing called human beings, people. God, I wish I could put these up. I don't know why. I'm sorry, I did it last week. I don't understand. I did nothing. That doesn't sound good. But I didn't alter any of the scenes when it comes to... So I don't understand why this... I don't understand why this isn't up. Let me try a property thing quick. Hopefully this won't... Oh! Give me a moment, folks, if you would, please. I'm sorry about this. Let me try this because I think this is the issue. If I could pop this out, right? Then I should be able to do that. And that's where I messed up, correct? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't mean for this to happen, but this is dope. Whatever just happened, that is kind of cool. Okay, the only thing is there anything I can do to make it... All right, we'll work on that. But the fact, it says top chat. How can I change that? Can I go live? I probably can. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with me, by the way. I'm terribly sorry about this. Sometimes these things happen, and your patience is one of the greatest things in the world, so thank you. Profound. Okay, here we go. But it doesn't change here. Can't see you. That's okay, because look. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, jeez. No. Okay. I guess we're going to do that for now. Oh, you know what it is, dum-dum? Here. I guess we could do this for now. I don't understand. How's that? Is that better, everybody? Wow, thank you for that. But I can now put your things up there. That makes me feel a little bit better as a human being. Okay? It may not be the greatest system. I'm going to work on that. But at least there's something there, right? Okay, so took time. There we go. Anyway, thanks, Quink. We had some other people as well. There's Evan Codwell and Quink. Here we go. I love it. Here we go. Quink. Tool. Oh, took time. Tool time. Oh, what's that guy's name? I know who you're talking about now. That's funny. Good for you. That's funny. It's not Wilson, is it? It's not Wilson. I can't remember. That wasn't one of my favorites of that era. There's actually I think he's in that Comedy is Dirtiest Dozen, Tim Allen. And I will say that 7 minutes is really solid. It's really funny. There's a couple things on that show that were really good. But I liked, obviously, Seinfeld, Raymond a lot more. Yeah, it's like talking to the neighbor. Is it Wilson? Probably. It doesn't matter. I could Google it. Anyway. Okay, Augustine, I have that on my laptop. So thank you for that. This is fascinating. Um, yeah, I was gonna try to find a way. I was thinking about, I did a set Saturday, and thank you for the people that came out. It was a great show. Um, DJ Vasquez really did good work. Really happy with him. Prefer. All right. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, the set on Saturday. It's so interesting. Comics were in the room. They told me to look at the tape because I was like, "Yeah, dude, I don't think I did well." Yeah. And they're like, "Dude, look at the tape." I had so many audience people come up to me after, and I watched it. It was so crazy. I was even sitting in the green room. Someone comes back in and is like, "Ah, it's Tim. I'd like to talk to him." And but I just it didn't feel that good. I watched the tape. Okay. And yeah, I watched the tape. Ugh, awful. I don't even know what those people saw. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I don't know if there's like other artists here, whether you're a comic, musician, actor. I don't know. But there's just sometimes like, for me, I just felt like I was off. So I didn't put the whole video up, and I don't think I'm gonna put the whole video up. But I thought about playing it here, but I watched it again, and it's just Jesus Christmas, dude. It's just I'm in the back, and you can't fucking hear the audience, so it really is like it's just a guy talking. But what's interesting is, and again, I don't think this matters to people. I don't know if anyone thinks like, I don't know, but the things you can't teach, I feel like I got. Like there were things, it was just timing things, you know what I mean? Being in the moment, coming up with stuff. Like there's a clip out now of, the opening thing of just whatever. You got to admit there's an upside to terrorism. That was a great way to open. Got the audience's trust. I think 18 seconds, I think is the total thing of that. But the stuff you can teach, I got to work on. And it's just reps. That's all it really is at the end of the day. But it's just like little connections I just didn't make. And I don't know if there's like musicians out there where it's like you kind of miss a couple notes or you miss a thing. And to you, it matters. No one else would ever notice. No one else. But you do. And I used to be really bad. But I'll admit, thanks to, honestly, doing this live stream and paying attention to like YouTube numbers in a way and the way that I do it, now I look at so much shit. It's just data, analytics. You know what I mean? It's none of it's final. It's just, okay, we do this adjustment, do this adjustment. Where, I don't know, I think I used to think, this is final. It's like because there's that idea of you're only as good as your last set. And it's just not the case, especially when you're trying to put something together. Like if you're actually trying to put together an hour and not just be a comic who's like, I did an hour. And it's like, okay, you went up and you talked for an hour. It's not necessarily doing an hour. Like, are you getting laughs? Is there laugh density, throughout that? And for me personally, I don't know, I have a music background. Again, I mentioned this before in the live stream, spoiled time. I grew up in a spoiled fucking time. So to me, I look at like, all right, if you're going to do an hour, it's going to be like a concept album. You know what I mean? It's going to be like Floyd Echoes or, and then it's, even if it's not even like a concept, but it'll definitely be a tone, like a Nirvana Nevermind compared to In Utero compared to the Unplugged. Same band, different tones, But sometimes I make too many analogies and I fuck up what I'm talking about. Those in comedy, writing, doing an hour. Oh yeah, if you're creating. So I do have to admit here, I don't know if I'll make this a short, but let me see if I can find it and I'll put it up quick. I'm actually wearing the shirt. How do I do this? Okay? I don't believe in happiness. It's not a negative thing. If you've been watching the live stream, you know that, it's a purpose and alignment, right? So I've actually been trying to kind of do a bit about it. So let me see what I can get here, people. Bear with me a moment. Thank you, everyone, by the way. I appreciate you in the chat, too. It really does a lot, even if you just write, like, nonsense or whatever, or emojis. Again, those chats help. It'll give impressions to the live stream. And then other people that are interested in live streams will do it. So thank you so much again for just participating and so forth. Let me see if I can find the set from last night. Yeah, this is it. Here, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Someone spoke here. Fuck the numbers. Be yourself and let it go. What do you mean you don't believe in happiness? Yes. Okay. That's a great question coming from Quink D. I don't believe in happiness. I think here. Let me just play this part of the bit, and then I'll do the rest. How about that? Is that fair? This is, by the way, it's like, here's the thing. I also, too, I believe in, like, real quick, a lot of times I don't put stuff up because I don't think it's final. And I do believe in that idea that comedy is always evolving. But it's like, no one cares about the acoustic version of November Rain till, like, after it's a hit. Like, if y'all heard it when it was just an acoustic guitar, it'd be like, okay, Axel, this is all right. But then with the piano and so forth, it's like, okay. So, I'm not making excuses, but this is just, there's no excuses. It's just the early product of it. But I love this idea. Hopefully.
I might get a couple subscribers. I need some followers.
Okay, here we go. Huh?
Practicing for my fucking Kill Tony.
Is this garbage? What are we doing here? This is an open mic from last night. This is how awful my life is.
Sorry. Okay, I guess I'll do this because I'm wearing the shirt, right? By the way, it's available on my website, unfiltered.com. I don't believe in happiness. I think it's bullshit. I think anyone who believes in happiness, you're fucking sheep. What do you vote to?
That's fun.
Happiness doesn't exist. Happiness is something the CIA made up so you'd work overtime and pay taxes. It doesn't fucking exist. If happiness existed, I think the government would be going to war over it. You know? The Strait of Hormuz, they're blocking happiness. They have WMDs, weapons of mass depression. We need to stop this. It doesn't fucking exist. The Constitution says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Chase it all you want. Stupid, you're never gonna get it. And if you fucking do, we'll take you out. Just ask Mr. Kirk.
So, like, that's just the dumb idea of it. I said something the other night at the green room. That was an expansion of it, but it's not that it's fake, right? It's not that it's fake. I believe purpose and alignment, right? So you take this idea where, for example, you take me a year and a half ago. I was living in my car. It was probably fucking 100-degree days and so forth, right? I'm sitting there doing Uber. Christ, this is just the mindset of where I was at the time. The last Kill Tony I did was fucking absolutely horrendous. Makes you question everything in your life. You're sitting there in a car and yada yada. And guess what happened? I was depressed. I was sad, right? All these feelings. And then it's like, well, why? Because I wasn't being aligned with myself. I wasn't doing my purpose. Now, when I say all of this, it doesn't mean fame. I don't think it does. But what, like this right here, this live stream every week, this is more of my alignment. right? This is more of my purpose than sleeping in a fucking Walmart parking lot right now, which is, well, I'd probably be leaving the Lucky Duck, maybe going somewhere else to eventually sleep in a Walmart parking lot to wake up to fucking do Uber and whatever else and deal with the conditions, right? So yeah, I'm sad and depressed. Right now, I guess people would say like, oh, wow, Warner looks happy. And it's like, no, I'm more in my purpose. I'm more aligned. Me getting back up on stage again and getting regularly. And now it's like, all right, dude, let's build a fucking 5 minutes. Let's build an 8 minutes, right? That is more of my purpose, more of my alignment. So all of a sudden, my body, chemically, brain, whatever it is releasing a dopamine. This dopamine we call happiness. But it's just, dude, whatever this is, whatever we are, there's something in us. There's a compass of something. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're just a kid, whatever. So I just feel like if you're doing that, and so they tell you to chase this happiness, you need to be happy. You can't. You can only be yourself. You can only have purpose and alignment. And when you're doing that, you release joy. But you can't, there's nothing to obtain. It's here. That's why the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit, you can chase it. So make sure you work overtime. Make sure you pay your taxes. Make sure you do this shit so you can be happy. You don't have to be happy to be yourself. So that's what I think. And I got to figure out how to make that like a 5-minute closer somehow with a really nice act out, with a really nice bow. Because for me, if I were to do an hour, someone asked me this a couple weeks ago, what would my first joke be? That I still don't even necessarily know. But I would say I would love to have the title, A Flawed Pursuit of Happiness. I think that would be a fantastic special title. I've had it. It's a show I did at St. Mark's Theater I was just talking about earlier. But yeah, I used to do a weekly show or monthly show. And yeah, it was just me working on an hour every month. It was great. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I imagine someone would say something in the chat. If you're on the Discord, Quink D, thank you so much for all of these. You have no idea. Well, maybe you do. This really does a lot. Oh, again, it's top chats. Hold on. There might be other people chatting. Forgive me here. Why is it? Oops. Where did it go? Forgive me. Sorry. There's the Discord. Where's this chat box? Right here. This should be live chat. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm getting... All right, just making sure I'm getting everybody's... wear a bow, braid my hair. I'm not going to be that guy, okay? I got... there's a lot of white guys in Austin with dreadlocks. You know, they look really dirty too. They look like their pubic hair is dreadlocked. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to do that. I got to cut it though. It's fucking out of control. I didn't even realize it. Anyway, but yeah. So, yeah, that was fun last night. Here's a dumb thing. Pardon me. What is this dance and kidding? I'm kidding. Oh, dance. I'm kidding, sweetheart. That's funny. Let's see here. I'll show another dumb thing. This is from the set. This is from the open mic last night. But like, Tim, why don't you put more clips up, Tim? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. So let's take a look at performing. And by the way, I actually do love this place, even though it perturbs me a lot. because I think they try to push my buttons. I'm not sure if they do, but they probably try to fuck with me. And a lot of times I let them win. I have let them win, right? So I went last night and so forth. So I don't know. I was thinking about making this a short, but I'll show you guys right now. This is like what my life is like at the moment as I'm trying to get things together, and then like, 4, 6, 7, 8 months down the road, you might see me get picked on Kill Tony. And then all of a sudden, I'm probably still doing this. All right. Oh, here we go. This guy. That's Corey Adams, everybody. Say hi to him as he gives me the microphone.
Take a baton. No, there should be no applause for anybody that comes up on stage. You should earn it at the end. Everyone should walk up to pure silence. Just your thoughts and second-guessing life decisions. Hey, give it up for the birthday person. They got balloons.
Now, this is one of those things, by the way. This is one of those things where I'm just sitting there, and what happened is inside the place, right, you go in, they got balloons all over the place, right? Up on the wall, there's balloons on the ground. So, of course, there's comics, pop, and so forth. And then, of course, the birthday girl gets upset. Why are you popping my balloons? They had a thing on the wall that said happy birthday. So there was something going on, somebody's birthday. I didn't hear anyone address it. I don't know. So, yeah, I went up there. And in my head, I go, okay, one of the things with comedy, I think, up front in the beginning, and many comics have done this. I think you might have heard something where Bill Hicks talked about this. Here. But it's this notion of don't go into material right away. Like, kind of see how long you can go, I guess, like riffing in a way. And because there's engaging the audience, okay? Because it's like, this isn't TV. You didn't just turn the channel and all of a sudden, hey, everybody, what's the deal with, right? This is, here we are. I could touch you. You know what I mean? So it's like engagement up front. So I was like, okay, why don't I acknowledge that there was a birthday today? No one else seems to up on this stage. So it's somebody's birthday. Why not take a moment, right? Someone just... They made another year, and they're celebrating. They came out of a vagina, And I thought, why not acknowledge this? Wouldn't this be a beautiful thing?
Give it up for my hype man.
Happy birthday!
Who is it? Who is it? Oh. Oh my God, okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have said anything. No, you're extremely gorgeous, and what I do with gorgeous women is I hide.
She's really beautiful, like naturally beautiful. It's insane.
Happy birthday to
You guys must have done this before. I mean, why would you do this during a set? I mean, you could wait till Corey gets up here. Oh, for the love of God, no, it's human. Oh, Tim, what would be a good idea? Come to Andersonville. Oh, dude, comics respect you, dude. You don't understand. No, you're a respected guy. No one looks at you as a failure. You're the only one that does that, Tim.
I'm sorry, but go ahead. We did
It's okay, dude. They're only feelings. Don't worry about it. I got 5 at home. I got a couple in the fridge. No big deal. No big deal.
The funny thing is, it still ended up being productive. I still was able to go to a gym. I was still able to work out. It's just so funny to me how people, hi, Kobe, what on that? Oh, whoa. Okay, hold on. I've missed things with you. Acknowledge the birthday. Okay. Why now? Drunks. Yeah. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah. They start saying, okay, you're going right along with this. I appreciate that a lot. Reading your commentary on it. This is fun, dude. I'm so glad I started doing this. This is a great concept. I love it. Yeah. So it's like, these are a lot of my nights right now and whatever. I absolutely love it. I found a way to love it again. I'm having fun again. took it way too seriously. It wasn't even that. I just took life way too seriously. Which I won't get into it because it's vulnerable and it always ruins a live stream. So while I do that, we're having a ball right now. I do have a little bit from that green room set, but man, I don't remember it being that silent. And I watched the set. It's just, again, silence. But I had at least total between Instagram messages and people coming up to me. I had 8 people out of I don't know. It might have been an audience of maybe 40 or so. So you're telling me 15, 20% of the audience is telling me dude, you were fucking great. Didn't feel like it. And then you watch the tape. Didn't sound like it. But that's part of the weed shows. That's part of their thing. Anyway. Oh, dude, Quink D, you are the shit. Why not be vulnerable? I don't know, because people always give me shit on here whenever I do. They're like, dude, you're a comedian. Why don't you just knock it off? And it's just, well, I'm a person. It's one of my favorite things about Lenny Bruce. It's I'm not a comedian. I'm Lenny Bruce. You know? I always fucking love that line. Pardon me. But, no, well, just, I think, long story short, I just think one of my kind of collapses in comedy in a way was just resentment towards my old man, you know. And then when he died, and I couldn't, to me, have that opportunity to be hey, look, man, I kind of did something with this, you know. Then I got mad at myself and started resenting myself because it was look at all the time you wasted. You could have done this. You could have had that moment. You could have. And now, you know, and now I sit here nothing matters. None of it matters. Nothing matters. And I really concerned myself with things that mattered. The comedy stuff, that matters to me. It's important. But in the gist of everything, none of it matters. No, it doesn't. You know, Gandhi starved himself. Now you look back at it, it's for what? You made a good point. You know, maybe the world was better for a moment. But overall, it's just I don't know. So try to be you, exist, have fun. And I seem to be doing that again. So I hope that wasn't too ugly in vulnerability. You know? Well, you're not supposed to say that. Quink, and that's not true either. According to my numbers, there are others. So they just don't. They don't really communicate, which is fine. I've noticed that there's a few episodes where there's people here, and they don't communicate, and it's 1,000,000,000% fine. So to say that no one is here is not a true statement. You know, are there few people communicating? That is a true statement. Yes. But you'd be surprised, you know? Some people just and plus this is a growing thing. You know, there's some people that actually, it's weird. Not weird in a way. It's weird to me because it's me. If it was someone else, I'd be oh, that's kind of cool. You're watching that dude try to get his trajectory, whatever. Cool. In real time, that sounds like a cool thing. You know? That's the only, if it was someone else, I'd be but since it's me, it's just it's weird. But there's people that do that. So, you know, you're all right. No need to apologize, man. I've learned so much about this live streaming. That's why I do it differently than the first 2 episodes. Because it really, I didn't realize how much the live stream idea, there's things I got to do with it. It's just Uber takes a lot of my time. And with going out more, I haven't sat with this as much as I need to. Oh, you didn't offend me at all. No, it's nothing like that. No, it's nothing like that. It's just I did that once, and someone called me out on it. It's second or third episode. I was yeah, dude, there's no one here. And I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like how you just said it. And then someone was like, "Oh, you don't in a live stream. You don't do that. You perform like there's 100,000 people or whatever." The whole guy gave me a thing, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that." I don't know. He probably unsubscribed, never talked to me again. Probably has a voodoo doll and he stabs it with pens and bad jokes. Who knows? But what are you gonna do? I'm excited you are still on because I'm just unavailable until later on Wednesday. Oh, well, I do this at 10 o'clock my time. I don't know where you are, Quink D. And thank you for all. You have no idea. You have no idea how much these comments are helping. And I've seen the numbers go up in the live stream. So, again, thank you to everybody that's watching, paying attention, and so forth. It's fun. We started having some good questions a couple of weeks ago. People were asking me things about comedy and whatever. But I'm also kind of just spitting some shit out here. No, I start at 10 my time. So it's like, what's that, 11 o'clock Eastern? That is 8 o'clock on the West Coast. And then, I don't know. It's 2 o'clock somewhere in India, maybe. That's why, like, if you saw Evander Caldwell, that guy's like, dude, he's in London or something. It's like 2 a.m. for him. He popped on in the beginning to kind of like say it's awesome. It's fucking dope. It's dope. What do we got here? 512. You're in Austin. Queen T, no kidding. That's what I assumed that meant, right? 512 is in Austin. That's fucking dope. I think you're my second. Oh boy, now you're doing 78. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what 787 is. 512 is Austin. 78, what are you doing? Are you giving a phone number now? For a good time. 512-787 Austin. That's ASTN. You want to have a good time? Come on down. Zip code, fool. Well, fool. A zip code is 5 digits. It's area code, fool. Fucking dummy. That's great. That's great. Right, area codes. So, all right, cool. It's good to know. Austin. Oh, I'd like to ask you some questions then, Quink. Can I do that? Quink D? If you're really in Austin, if you really are, there's a couple I'd like to ask you. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I wouldn't give the 5 either. I get it. That's funny, though. You go to comedy a lot here? Have you been here a long time? Okay, here we go. You been here a long time? All right, you from here? You transplant? How's it work? This is where the Discord would be great. There's also a time lapse, so. Forever. So you've been here forever. Okay. Oh, wow. So you know, like, so you would know, like, the old Cap City. Like, I don't know if it's the original, but it's like, I don't know, the one that guys like me fucking wish I could have performed at. So you know that stuff, right? You left and came back. Okay, cool. Do you pay? So I mean, I imagine if you're here with me, I imagine you're a comedy person and so forth. Like I imagine you probably what? I imagine you've gone to Cap City. I imagine you've been to Velveeta Room, right? Stanhope did his first special at the Velveeta Room. There's some history here. Hicks. I don't know where he taped Sane Man at Cap City, I believe. Okay. I just want to know, I don't know. I would like to know what people think of the scene here, or like where they go for comedy. I'm just curious. I would really like to start a show. Okay, ACL Live. All right, got you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's usually got some big names. It's something like a moon tower. That's usually something fun, right? I get that. So good for you. So you would go to those things more. You could probably do stuff like at if somebody was at the what is it? The Moody, I think, is a little too big. What's that other place on fucking Congress? Paramount, right? I saw Neil Brennan at the Paramount. It was fucking great. It was great. I don't see a lot here, but oh, you worked it. Okay, good for you. Good for you. That's smart to do. I guess that's good work. You get to see a lot of great shows. Good music. Good for you, man. But you're not like, have you gone to a Kill Tony here? Out of curiosity, have you done that? What do we got? You should go see Rob Schneider. Oh, Bob Schneider on Monday night at the Saxon Pub. I'm trying to think where the Saxon Pub is. I see the sign in my head. It just reminds me of Hoboken for some reason. The Saxon Pub reminds me of Hoboken. It's one of those places right off the PATH train where I'd go see, oh God. I used to do shots of, one of my favorite things back in New York, shot of Hennessy and a Guinness. And I used to go to that place and have two of them to end my night. And they would play blues until like 2 in the morning because Jersey closed at 2 while New York stayed open till 4. Oh, anyway. You have not seen Kill Tony live. Are you a fan? Out of curiosity. I assume I shouldn't assume this because I make an ass out of you, but I assume most people here are from the Kill Tony world when it comes to like subscribers and stuff, I believe. Right? You watch it. Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody, that's one big question people always like to ask. Are you going to sign up again? And it's like, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think you guys know what it's like. Not that it's bad, but it's not as simple as just like going and signing up, put your name in, you get picked, and your life changes. Even though it's like how it looks. Gray mocktail, I can't do it, dude. I can't do any of that. I know what you're saying, but I can't. Like, I can't even do. I don't get people. Nothing, like no judgments or anything of that nature. I can't do like non-alcoholic beer. I can't do mocktails. It's too close. It's just too close. And lately, I've had a couple moments out of fucking nowhere, where my brain just is like, dude, fuck it, get a drink. It's been weird, out of nowhere. It's just like, and it's not celebration, and it's not sadness or anything. It's just kind of like, let loose, dude. And I think that was a lot of, if anything, kind of like just not going on stage, not performing, not letting things out. And so I think that dumb out of nowhere, hey man, why don't you go to a bar? No, I don't want to do that. It's crazy. I don't watch it in real time. Yeah, well, it's not real time. There's quite a bit I skip. I imagine. It isn't real time. They're all 2-week delayed anyway. Like right now, this is real time. They're all 2-week delayed. So it's never real time. It's all a myth. Why did that one not come in? What happened here? Sorry, one moment. You just wrote something. Should have came in. What happened here? Do I have to do this? Oh, there we go. Right. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Did you say something that they don't like? Huh. I felt like you had another thing. See on the screen? I felt like you wrote something else. Oh, what'd you write? What was the bad word? Put spaces. What was the bad word? Or put like dashes or something. What's this awful thing you put in the chat, Quink? Oh, I'm so curious. Anyway. Yeah, it's not that it's not that it's a pain in the ass or anything. It's nothing, like, there's nothing negative. Okay? I do want to say this when it comes to that show, and it comes to this scene, and I've been guilty, okay? But dude, there's nothing negative here. There's nothing. It's how do I say it? A lot of it's perspective. And a lot of people are butthurt and so forth, but nothing about it is difficult. It's just like time consuming, and for me, it's just energy draining. Oh, you wrote. That's okay. No worries, dude. What are you going to do? YouTube's a little half queer when it comes to their fucking whatever. But I don't know. I'm grateful for them. They gave me this opportunity to be able to sit here with you people and be able to talk. But yeah, I'll probably start signing up, and I'm going to do like a 90-day challenge for myself right now. Even though I don't have the assignment insecurity. It wasn't even doubt. It was just kind of like one of those, like, you know, it's like one thing where it's like you can be funny, but can you be like stand-up funny? Can you be where people want to come and pay money and see you and things of that nature? Can you be that kind of funny? The last couple nights showed me I can, but regardless, I think I'm starting next week, but I'm going to do like a 90-day thing where I at least hear, even though I wish I could get up more, I at least going to get up once a day. And I'm really going to look at laugh density, words, act outs. I'll be editing shit down. Things will be forming. Like that happiness bit will probably be something completely different next week, you know, and so forth. What was the point of all that? Sorry, I got distracted by the chat here. Oh, wow. Look at this. I don't watch Kill Tony anymore, but the Timmy Nobreak clips I've seen were funny. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I didn't know you were still here, buddy. That's fantastic. Vander Codwell. Yeah, what is it? You say you don't watch it anymore. I'm just out of curiosity. Is it just like you fell out of habit? Is it a disappointment? You know what I mean? Is it like schedule? Is it disappointment? Is it I don't know. I'm just curious because you know, it's just like anything. This place is, in my opinion, the scene's consumed with it, but it's because it's in proximity. You know, you go to Houston, they don't care about it. You go to Dallas, they don't care about it. You go to New York, they don't care about it because it's not in their proximity. They care. New York cares about the cellar, the stand, you know, whatever. Tonight Show's there and so forth. Okay. There'll be some more coming in here. But, yeah, I'm just curious. But, yeah, I'm probably going to, after the 90 days, I'll definitely have at least, like, I want to go in with 3 minutes, like 3 separate minutes, because you don't know who the guest is going to be. You don't know who the person before you and so forth. And I just really want to, like, be able to hit the moment. But also having the 3 minutes to me lets me know that's how it's almost like walking up second nature at that point. But I don't know. Scene's different. I don't fit in here, which is fine. I think that's a good thing. I also, let's see. I skip past the dick jokes and the racial shit, which is like half the show. No, I'm with you, Quink. You know, there's, I don't know. I'll tell you this. There's definitely videos of me. I would say like the first 3 to 6 months, man, I was so excited about being here. I originally, during COVID, when I left, I was going to go to Denver. That was my original thing. And Austin was just a stop along the way because during COVID, I went all over the country. It was fucking great. Performed where I could, Kentucky, Idaho, did San Diego, obviously Texas, Florida, Huntsville, Alabama. It was great. It was great in a way. But I came here and just, to me, the way that like Texas was, I mean, Tampa was very free as well, but Texas was free. And to me, I just kind of thought with Rogan at the time, I guess I was very far off on this, but I thought with Rogan at the time, there'd be more Hickses and more Carlin-esque like coming here because of COVID and like, you know, the whole fucking debacles with that and so forth. So, Evander, I'm going to get into this in a moment. Oh boy. Yeah, I might as well just do it. I love it. Evander Caldwell 9993 says, KT Kill Tony was amazing at the Vulcan Gas Company and the first few weeks in the Comedy Mothership, but after that it fell off a little bit for me, so I stopped watching. Very good. And you put exclamation points on that, so I know that it mattered. That's great, buddy. That's great. I will tell you this. May I say, as a performer, the Mothership, okay, first of all, the Mothership, I have to say, as a club, for the fact that it used to be like a movie theater, dude, that club's acoustics, forget about it. Through the roof. It's fucking beautiful to perform there. But I will say this. God, if you're a fucking, I don't know, if you got a dick, if you got a soul, that Vulcan, when that crowd on that second tier, like they're there and they're standing over and out, it's for fucking get about it, dude. It is, that was the shit. And for me, you know, my biggest moment was that Rogan thing, and that was that Vulcan. And dude, I just remember moments of just looking up, just kind of like, this is incredible. Like, this is incredible. Especially when, you know, the beginning was so like, but then as the crowd started to like me, and I noticed that they were liking me when I was just being me, you know? And that, yeah, so I completely see what you're saying as a spectator, as a fan. I see exactly what you're saying. First few weeks, Comedy Mothership, but after that, yeah, I don't know. Sunset Strip, oh, you've been there, has amazing acoustics too. Okay, very funny. Here's another thing. I do agree with the notion that there are comedy conducive rooms, right? Like the idea of low ceilings and so forth, like $1,000,000,000%. But I think the again in Sunset's kind of got a long, deep kind of, dude, everyone dumps on it. Says it's fucking shit. It's fine. You know what I mean? Tim, you have to perform at Sunset 5 nights a week. Oh, I mean, no. I would love to. You know, it's yes, it's not the most comedy fucking conducive, but like, you know, it's not the goddamn worst. You know, everyone does it. I think it's because it's like associated with Red Band, and he's like a punching bag, even though he's like the reason all of this has happened. And, you know, people say Rogan, but like, if you look back, and I know the people I'm talking to now, I know you know this, okay? All the people watching know this. What was it, 2011? It might have even been sooner than that, timelines, right? But the Carlos Mencia, Joe Rogan thing, you know, who taped that, who edited that, who was smart enough to see what YouTube was before it was necessarily YouTube. You know, Red Band put that out there. That put Joe into a big spectrum. Also, the podcast and so forth. Boom. If that stuff doesn't happen, who knows if Rogan's where he's at? Who knows if Ron White's talking to him, being like, you ought to come. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like the one guy a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to this Austin thing. But then again, there was some documentary they made here, Nighthawks or something. I got to watch this sometime. Maybe I should do a live stream where we watch Nighthawks, the documentary about the Austin comedy scene. Vander Caldwell 9993 says, yeah, it's just a running joke with the high ceilings. Yeah, Red Band's great. Yeah, love that he started his own venue. Yeah, in a way. I mean, there's partners and so forth, but yeah, that's like, that, yeah. More than I got, so I shouldn't even, I didn't mean that as a dig, but he's part, whatever, in it. And it's great. Whatever. You know, and honestly, dude, he's kind of, I don't know, I think he's pretty smart. You know, let him be the punching bag. He just sits back and is like, yeah, fuck you guys. I'm ahead of the game. He does stuff on Twitch now, whenever, way ahead of the game. You know, it seems like podcast-wise, 2 of the things he did, touched, turned to gold. So, I don't know. We're all part of a whole. You know, Quink D, isn't that the truth? Look at this. I've been on for a while. I hope this is entertaining. I'm sorry. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what these are with just talking, but I do like answering questions. So this is good. I like this discussion. I like to see where you guys are coming from too. That's great. Other than that, I don't know anything more I really have. I know I've kind of been babbling, going a little bit off tangents and so forth, but hopefully I've been keeping pace with everything. I'm going to see if I could try to wrap things up, and then we'll do something that doesn't suck. How about that? What do we got here? I love this, by the way. I'll keep talking. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen anyone in the Discord yet. Doesn't mean there hasn't been anyone. The good in me sees the good in you. Oh, wow. Who's this? Quink D? Oh, stop it. Stop it. I may fall out. In the parakeets. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. All right, Quink. You have a good one. All right, you're bouncing out. I appreciate everything you did, the whole talk and everything. Please come back. I think it's dope that you're here. I appreciate it greatly. Yeah, this might actually be a good wrap up. Good for you, man. Good for you. Look at you, trendsetter. Again, I'm available. I love talking about this stuff. I love talking comedy. There's going to be more things coming. I'm going to be having some new shorts, by the ways. And also, you know, the thing, I'm not talking to anyone, by the ways, when I look over here, but it's like I want to look off camera and kind of talk to the fucking director, which is me, right? But it's just you do this at the end. And not that there's anything wrong with it. But this stuff, Tim, you got to take moments and pause and go, hey, by the way, check out the website. I'm selling shirts. I'm doing these things. I got more dates coming. There's going to be shows. We're getting excited. This is going to expand. So that's what I just did here. But yeah, my website is iamtimwarner.com. What's this? Okay. And www.iamtimwarner.com. And I will tell you what, this is a website between me and you. Okay. That, where are we here? Here we go. Let me do this quick. This is a website, the old Timbo. This is something I put together. Okay. I'm not the smartest man in the world. It's a little Microsoft Word and so forth. But, yeah, if you go to my website, here's the homepage. Of course, here's the live stream. Get excited. You know, we got clips, right? We got things. We got an emailing list. I got to update this because I'm going to be back at the green room April 25th, I believe. I don't have all the details, but I'll have it on the ticker. There'll be, again, the website. It's a fucking great thing. You know what I mean? All this time I've had this, and I've never utilized it until now. Isn't it just, you know, but again, that's what life's about. We got a little biography in case you don't know who I am. Please join the mailing list. I like sending out stuff, and I like people reading it. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's just little updates I do once a month. I don't try to, and I don't think I'm ever going to be a person that will bombard you. Hey, man, you know anybody who wants to book me? I'd wait a little bit, to be honest with you. Let me try to get that Type 5 together. But the fact that I even have it up says, you know what? We're ready to rock and roll. I don't think I'm being delusional, but I'm just trying to get shit done before I get to the bridge so I can cross it, right? And then, of course, here, everybody, extras. I should name it something else. But, yes, I don't believe in happiness. Boom. It definitely gets people's attention. And also the other shirt is too comfortable, which is too far for me to reach. Because it's over there. All right. But whatever. I'll wear it next week. How about that? And then also I got chapter 1 of my book. I got chapter 2 done. I wanted to put up 1 and 4 and then start putting out to published companies because usually that's, I don't know what they used to do back in the day. I don't know if they do anymore, but it'd be a great thing to have. So there's that. I think it costs like $1. Greatly appreciate it. Also, I'm on Cameo. I got to put a picture there, but, you know, it all is what it is, everybody. There's a lot of great things happening, and before anything else, you know, I wasn't going to do this, but can I come up with 3 things? Ooh, because I really do. It's not even dreams, dude. Like, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time for something that doesn't suck. And honestly, it's so, I don't want to be cliche with it, but it just popped in my head where I'm just sitting here, second chances, having other opportunities, dude. Like, you don't have to be the person you were in the past. And just like trying to make more productive choices, dude. That's like, that bridges the gap of who you are and gets you more aligned with yourself. So you produce more of the dopamine. You know, I'm so done with this notion that, like, you can only follow your dreams or whatever else until a certain thing. You know what's something that doesn't suck? People don't listen to the fucking rules. You know? Everyone says, and I don't mean this in like an anarchic fucking way, whatever, start throwing fucking Molotov cocktails at shit. Well, it's just like, God damn it. Sometimes being safe isn't fun. Sometimes taking a risk is that's what it's about. That's why you're fucking here. You know, and having a passion. You know, I don't understand why people would put down another passion. I just don't get it. You know, maybe why? Because it's a reminder that you don't have one, perhaps. I don't know. But there doesn't have to be a limit on what you want to do. It doesn't have to stop at a certain time, and it doesn't have to start at a fucking certain time. You could do it whenever you want. If you're afforded the opportunity to be able to fucking wake up. And the thing is, when you're young, maybe, I can only speak for myself, but I feel like when you're younger, it doesn't really dwell on you. How this doesn't happen every day, waking up. It doesn't. And the fact that you can, why would you limit yourself? And the fact that you don't have to, that's something that doesn't suck. You don't have to limit yourself. So many of us do. You don't have to be in a box. None of us are that fucking simple. None of us are, I'm Democrat, I'm Republican, I'm a male, I'm this. Dude, there's so much fucking gray area to all of us. Why would you even want to put yourself in a box? Oh, look at me, I'm trapped. That's not fun. It's not a good time. You don't want to be boxed in. You want to be free. At least in here. Because in life, it's not that it's easy, but it's just the challenges you have are more productive. And I could speak this from absolute experience. The problems I have now, or whatever, not problems. They're greater problems. They're better fucking problems. I'll trade them any day of the week. And hopefully if I do this right, my problems a year from now, I can't wait to have those problems. It'll be better problems. I don't know. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop going for it. You know, you have to prioritize things in your life, prioritize it. But Jesus, man, you know, the only expiration date's death. Everything else is man-made. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, that's all wrong. To me, that's, Jesus, something that doesn't suck. So, on that note, looks like good job. That's what's up. Appreciate everybody. This has been great. I'm here every week. You know, if you want, tell people. Subscribe, hit a bell, join the mailing list. There's a lot of great things that are going to be happening. Trust me. Or don't. I don't care, because they're going to happen regardless. All right. This is a lot of fun. Thank you very much to Evander Caldwell, 9993. We also had Quink D as well in the chat this evening, so thank you all. If there's anyone I missed, pick your battles. I choose all of them. No, I'm kidding. Real quick, Evander. There's this comic, Keith Alberstadt. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but Keith Alberstadt, really great guy. I remember one time, I don't know, we were on the subway or something. We did some sets together and shit. And he was just telling me, I was like, fuck this guy, he's a hack, and whatever. And he's just like, Tim, man, you got to pick your battles. And I was like, all right, I choose all of them. Fuck you. There's the first one. It was a good time. I didn't mean it, but, you know, it was just funny. So, anyway, but yes, thank you to Evander Caldwell, 9993, Quink D, and did I miss anyone else? Right? Have a good one, Tim. See you, buddy. Indeed, great stream. Thank you. You made that possible. You helped make that possible, so thank you. And till next time, everybody, enjoy life. And this has been great, dude. I'm really excited about things. I hope you are too.